Show them the goods. Show them the goods. Well, not these goods. We don't care about these goods. This is a flex right here, people. This is gonna hit me in the head. This right here, boys, in today's age, this is a flex. This is a flex. Electrical prices right now are out of control. Literally out of control. So yeah, today's video, we're just gonna get right into it, because this is, I think, what is this, like the third? It's the second trip to Cole, but it's the third trip or fourth trip for electrical supplies. So we've had some stuff change with the shop, some plans. So it's been a little while since we've had a shop update. A lot of people are randomly always wondering what's going on with the shop, because sometimes we're real heavy into it and then sometimes it kind of dies off. So this is probably one of the first videos of 22 that we're actually filming in 22. A lot of the videos that you guys have been seeing have been old videos. So correct me if I'm wrong. Am I right? Am I wrong?
This is the first video.
This is the first video of 22? Are you sure? What was our last video? I forget. I'm scatterbrained right now. This is gonna be a great, it's gonna be an interesting video, because I'm just woof everywhere.
Dyno 1 and 2.
Dyno 1 and 2? That's where we're picking up?
Yep.
So this is the first video of 22! Holy crap. First video of 22, guys. I don't know what to do with my hands. Nothing's changed there. Dawson, behind the cam. Get used to it, baby. Get used to that fire all the time, because he's just here to stay. So whether you like him or love him, I don't really care, because he's awesome. And he's going to make these videos awesome. So before we on the videos, like somebody filming me versus me having the camera, we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna do a mix of everything. So it's gonna be a little bit of a different, but we're trying things out. We're trying some new things out. But he's gonna be a really, really great help, which I'm really, really excited for. Hopefully you guys are as well. Anyway, today's video, shop update on the shop, talking about electrical. Now, to get right into it, we're not going to be showing you anything electrically specific. What I really want to share with you guys is kind of where we're at with the shop, talk about the electric that we're doing in the shop, and maybe just give you guys some ideas if you're potentially planning on doing a shop, or doing a shop, have done one in the past. Maybe you guys can give us some feedback in the comments below. Give me some comments below if we're missing anything, because as we keep going, we keep adding electrical. So we're kind of like maybe 3/4 of the way through it. We ran out and we keep adding. So thankfully our buddy Cole can get us some discounts, because some of this stuff is just expensive. So this bad boy right here, which I'm not gonna pick up. Oh!
No, go ahead and pick that one up, since you made me put it in the car last night.
Dawson tried to 6'2". So we've got a lot of stuff. Not a lot of stuff, actually. I take that back. The dyno. So we've got our, if you guys have never seen one of the previous shop videos, I would highly recommend maybe going back and watching it. I'll try and link the, I'll link the playlist. I'll link the playlist up here somewhere. Go back, watch some of the other shop videos. That way you kind of get a general theme. So 60 by 80. We're not going to get into the details. Fuse panel's over there, right? Dyno takes the most amount of power, and it's all the way over there. So we've got some big wire, and with the tall ceilings, there's a lot of wire in this B word. A lot of wires. So Dawson, where did we leave off on the last video? I've said that way too many times. Boys, I apologize. So last time we talked about it, the guys were going to come back for insulation. Well, we kind of got screwed on the insulation deal here, which is actually a blessing in disguise, because it now kind of allowed my brain to wrap around some of the electrical, because last time we talked, we were going to run everything in exposed conduit on the outside of the walls. That's kind of why we mounted the panel. Exterior. So we mounted it on this. All of our steel was going to kind of come up to this detail, and then we were going to have this just be exposed, and then conduit was going to go out everywhere. Well, I guess it's really just more my misunderstanding of putting the wires in the wall. We were really just going to run everything exposed, and then the insulation guy decided to not show up and never to be heard of again. So we're going with another insulation option, same type of insulation, but the guys who are actually doing the rest of the building weren't going to do the installation, but they're actually going to come out and do it, thankfully. So we've had a couple weeks of like dealing with this problem, but in that time period, we kind of made the decision to tackle the electrical ourselves, not sub it out. Right now, the electrical, the way the material is, just getting, anyway, it would have been crazy high for the amount that we're doing in here. So me and Michael have been doing it, and we were gonna show you guys a really, really cool video with a lot of editing and a lot of cinematic stuff to spice this video up, but you know what? Stop the video right here. Let me go show the people what happened. So we've got this joystick thing here. It's not supposed to do that. It's doing that. So I think the last thing that Dawson filmed was the sky lift going up, right? And then I happened to be making Michael laugh and saying some dumb things. Shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep all feet and hands inside the aisles at all moments. We will be taking off shortly. Oh no! Disconnect.
And you know what? When you're not paying attention, you break joysticks. So I really like doing that. I don't know why. Just throw it over the shoulder. So there lies our borrowed Skyjack from Casey. So we have a new one coming. So therefore, this video might just be a little bit more talking for all those people who love when I talk so much.
Their fave.
Their fave.
Absolutely.
Your fave. This is your fave video with me just chatting it up. But again, I'm only doing this to help you guys. So let's talk about planning some electrical. Now, with that, like I said, had a little brain fart. We are going to be running. So where my mind was is, and this is really planning. It's planning. We had not spent enough time out here to plan where we wanted everything. So in my mind, it was do the installation, put the steel up, run the electrical afterwards, because I don't know where I want anything. We're not moved in here. It's kind of like my brain wasn't really wrapped around that. Well, now, since then, we have come out here, we have planned, because there's a lot of electrical stuff in here that is permanent, like the lights up top, some lights down here, there's some hardwired stuff here that isn't going to move. The dyno is over there. So why run everything in conduit outside the walls when you know, and again, everyone in the comments is just like, well, duh, Greg, that's how you kind of do it. And I'm just over here like, it's my first building that I'm, I'll just go jump off a bridge. But anyway, boys. So we got really nitty gritty with the details. Me and Michael came up with all of these lists of everything. We've got our lights in now, which was a huge thing. The other thing is obviously when you're planning for electrical and power, you need to know how much power you need for everything. So a lot of times, if you have what you're using, which we didn't previously, we do now, you need to know how much everything is going to draw, the circuits, the breakers. So we really got nitty gritty, and we planned for probably 2 days out here, or at least one solid, literally 8 to 10 hour day of where everything is going to be and what it's going to be, how much power, how much space in the panel, planning, and having what you're going to use. So we did end up getting some fans, HP Fan Co. We'll be picking them up. We'll be showing them to you guys. So we got fans, but we knew which ones we were getting. We knew what wiring we needed. We have every single light that is going in the shop. We know how much that is going to use. We know what our HVAC is now set in place. We can run wires to that. So let's just kind of like walk around and I'll show you guys just detail by detail on each wall, what we planned, why we planned it that way. And I think that, in my opinion, we have quite a bit of electrical in this building, which is just really convenient. It's not needed or necessary, but it is convenient. You're basically trying to plan for situations that you don't know that you're going to be in. It's like, oh hey, like we might try and wash a truck here, we might try and wash a truck here, or like if this guy's running a vacuum, if this guy's running a pressure washer, like all of that stuff running is like where your mind needs to go, which is, it's not always easy because, well, it's just not easy. So over here on this wall, you want to show them this wall, doll? I don't know what the light's going to do, but this one over here. So what we're going to do is when we do eventually get another race trailer, it's probably going to be absolutely massive. That's what she said. It might go along this wall. So we're actually going to put an RV plug. That way you can plug in the truck or trailer or whatever. It might be like right here. So we're going to put an RV plug over here. What we did, which again, going inside the walls, you can see how far we got to get back in the 20-foot ceilings and the big doors. We have outlets outside and inside of each and every door. So inside, outside on this wall right here. We've got inside and outside right here. And we've got, so the other big thing is, I don't really know what we're going to do outside here or what you're going to need for outside, but we put outlets along the whole entire wall outside on this wall too as well. Went ahead and put, there's going to be a 240 plug here. So what, and let me back up again, is we're running everything that we know that we want inside, but there is still stuff that will be exterior through conduit and be able to, basically the best of the both worlds is, because on my other shop, this panel was inset in the wall, and it makes it a really big pain to kind of adapt into that once walls are closed up, insulation's up, like you can't really run stuff through walls very easily when that panel's inset in there. So the stuff that we don't know where we're gonna be is still gonna be conduit and run exposed if we need to adapt to that. Still, it's very cold. We actually got a snowstorm. They probably didn't know that. We got a snowstorm. By the way, shameless plug, shameless plug. We restocked Wrenchworks heavy duty winter jackets. If you guys need a winter jackets, there's still some online. Shameless plug of the video. So let's just walk. Like you guys can see, Dawson, show them the, don't keep putting it on my face. You know what I mean? Like I'm not that good looking. They're gonna be like, why do I keep looking at this guy's face? So 110 outlets, welder plugs up here in that corner of the shop. Oh, by the way, we got lights upstairs. So we actually started with lights upstairs because there was no lights in here at all. So we ran some lighting upstairs for number one, to work on the HVAC units when and if they need service, and to actually just have some light in here. So went ahead and picked those up. So we got light up there, and we can see there's still no heat in here, so it's still really cold. So this wall we have, oh, that's what I was going to show you. Switches are going to be right here. We're also going to have three-way switches up there because we've got some plans to put a door, expand that way, and we've got switches over here. So if you come in that entrance up there, you can still turn lights on without coming all the way down here. So switches here, switches there, three-way, that way you can turn stuff on there and turn stuff off there. So, and by the way, we don't know what we're doing. Did I already say that in the video? I think when we started filming, we don't know what we're doing here. You know, so all you code warriors down there, I don't know what to tell you. Just look away. So I think everything's up to code. I'm not really an electrician. I think everything will be up to code by the time we get done. But
all that matters is we have the Ninja.
Yeah, we've got a Michael. I'm not really worried, honestly. I'm only worried when Michael's worried, so he's not worried yet. But along this wall, like I said, we've got outlets poking out to there, and we've kind of started to run everything down here. Like this is power and stuff for the HVAC. You guys can see we've already got some stuff through the panels over here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hide as much in this wall as possible, and then the stairs are actually gonna come up this way. And again, the guys are coming back this week to kind of like almost wrap everything up. So like the shop is gonna like go from this, what you see now, to almost finished very, very quickly. Probably in the next video, it's gonna be completely different. So stairs gonna go this way, and then we're gonna close this in for like a utility room where we're gonna have like the hot water heater, the air compressor, stuff like that. So we've got some 240 and 110 stuff kind of run in this area that we know is gonna be closed off. And then on this wall right here, we've kind of coiled up all of this stuff, and this stuff is going to be 110 and 220 outlets down this wall. Obviously, again, with planning everything and the HVAC being done, like we know what power they needed. So we've got power up there to those units through the walls. We've got the power outside that we know that we need out there. And then we can run the dyno power. And again, we've kind of equated all the lengths into this because it does, when you start adding length, there's a whole thing, and I'm not going to get into it, but we've kind of equated all the lengths. That's why some of the wire size is upsized because of all that, and why not? So we can run our dyno wire inside and down. And that's the other big thing, dyno. Like, it's crazy to think that finally, after how long, the dyno will be pretty much powered up and ready to go, like very, 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 very soon. So very excited for that. What we've went ahead and done, and I don't think we need to get up there to show them that. You kind of like filmed all that stuff, right? So, excuse me. We've got all of our locations for all of our lights, and we've got our boxes put up there so we can kind of string all of the wire up in there. And again, one more thing that is easier to do now is to go ahead and run wire up there with the lift when it's working, without the ceiling in it. Again, my man, huge shout out to my man Steve. Without Steve, we would be up a creek without a paddle. He helped us out with all of our lights and stuff like that. So this shop, believe it or not, is going to be probably one of the brightest out there. So we've got kind of like a map and candle power and all that stuff, and he got us all these lights. I think I tallied it up. I think there's gonna be like 300,000 lumens in this shop. Like it's gonna be bright. So we've got lights for underneath this area. We've got lights for over top of it, and then we've got our main lights, which I think some people will like these. Some people will like this information. The main shop lights, I think they're 24,000 lumens a piece. That's all of these bad boys. And then we've got 4 above there, and then we've got, I think, 10. And then those are like almost 10,000 lumens a piece. So like you can kind of see like this lighting stuff you can get really, really nerdy on as far as like the pattern and the brightness and how far it's focused. And it really kind of comes down to this map. You can kind of like dictate height. So we've got it all mapped out. Like this is going to be really, I'm getting really, really, really excited to kind of like be in here, start working out of here. It's going to be really, really cool. So we've got all of our lights. Like I said, I kind of leaked it a little bit. We've got some fans that are going to be going in here. 2 huge fans from HP Fanco. Show them the car because they're gonna look at the car. That's Michael's Corvette. We get this every video. It's Michael's Corvette. So we've got lights, HVAC, garage doors. Oh, we had to run wire for the garage doors up there. So we've got garage door opener wiring inside the wall. Again, in my mind, I was just like, it's easier just to get conduit and just run conduit everywhere. And if it's all exposed, then whatever. And I'm just like, well, if you can hide the wires, then just hide the wires. You know what I mean? It's overall cleaner if I don't have as much conduit outside. But again, the panel on the outside, if something changes, like we've got a parts washer or something changes, like we want to move it, we can still retrofit the shop how we want it after the fact, which is what we're going to have electrical up in the ceiling for drop down cords, which is a big thing. So planning for that. Again, once it's closed up, it's closed up. So we might as well put some stuff up in the ceiling to drop down when we're ready. Drop down cords, so lights, exterior lights, which again, we've got lights that are gonna go exterior, and the way that we're, again, and it's really just like, hey, do you want your lights to come on outside with a switch? Do you want them on a sensor? Do you want everything? It just takes forever to think through this. And again, if you have a buddy who's been in a lot of shops, he can help you. Michael's been in a lot of shops to know, hey, it's nice when you can put the outside lights on a switch or a timer or whatever. So we've got all that wired with that in mind, because it's all got to get done now. So we've got lights that go on the face of the building. Let's see. Lifts, we're going to put some stuff up there for lifts, so we're going to do the electrical from the lifts from the ceiling down. We've got dome lights in the porch because everyone really likes porch lights outside, so we're doing that now. Again, it's not that you can't do it after the fact. We're going to do stuff after the fact, but if we can figure it out now, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier. So again, we kind of figured out what power we needed for the dyno with the length, and we figured all that stuff out. Boys, again, just super a lot of planning. So hopefully some of those details kind of helped you out. I know this was kind of like just a catch-up update video, but I think we needed to catch up in between the progress that's going to taking place this upcoming week, and kind of where we're at now. So installation guy dropped the ball. We're going to get it taken care of. And yeah, we're still working on the electric. And we got to fix Casey's man lift. Other than that, boys, I think that's a wrap. We're still staying on it. Couple quick things before we wrap this video up. Events, because events are coming up in it's crazy because it's still cold and it's snowing, and events are around the corner. So Motorama indoor show in Harrisburg. A lot of you guys have seen that. We're doing that with Dirty Diesels. We're probably going to have the Peterbilt with its next kind of update at Motorama. Motorama is, I think, in a month. It's in 4 weeks. It's at whenever. It's 4 weeks from now. I forget. Scatterbrain. So we're going to be at Motorama indoor show. Always a good time with the guys at Dirty Diesels, with the Peterbilt. And then we are going to be at Lone Star Throwdown LST in Texas the following week, which is going to be awesome. So should be warmer down there. So I don't think we've been to Texas ever at all for a show, for an event. So super pumped about going to LST. So those are the two main ones on the horizon. And then we've got a little special surprise for Mid-Atlantic Truck Show, Matt's. So put that on your calendar as well. That's pretty close here in Louisville. Big truck show. Always a good time. I've never been, but I've heard it's a good time. Anyway, boys, that's going to wrap up this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hit the thumbs up button before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already, and we'll see you guys in the next video very, very soon. This is the debate. Leave your comment down below. I can't wait to read these comments. Is the way that Michael just installed that outlet, is that right or wrong?
Or is it upside down?
Is it upside down or right side up in that position? Depends on who you ask. I would love to know what people have to say about that being correct or wrong and why. Guys, it's the hand thing. 2022. What are we going to do with the hand? Seeing that, that's an ordeal. Anyway. All right, we'll have to figure out this whole hand thing because I don't know how Greg A videos are going to end without me doing the hand thing.
Well, just do it.
Bye.